Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go over my experience as a contestant on American Idol. A lot of people refer to me as, they'll be like, oh, like you were the girl on American Idol, or like, well, we won't talk about it because, you know, I know you didn't win or you were eliminated. Disclaimer, there's no shame around my experience on that show. I loved doing that show. And I'm very glad that my mother forced me into trying out. My whole thing was like, I don't want to be a packaged product, and I don't want, but I got like so much good experience. I got to meet so many cool people. There's like a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you don't necessarily see obviously on the show itself. So it doesn't seem like it's much of a secret. Like if you're gonna audition, you can find out all the things that they do. I auditioned at Comerica Park 5 years ago. I was amongst, I believe in Detroit, 8,500 people. There seemed like there was more than that. Okay, so I know there was like an estimated like 100,000 people that auditioned nationwide. It's American Idol. Oh my God. For anyone that like is like a frequent auditioner, or you work for a talent agency or a scout, like you know that these things can be really time consuming. I slept on the pavement outside Ford Field for a while, and then I left and I think I went swimming somewhere. I had met some people who were in line and I was like, hey, like keep my spot, and I'm not sure if I was dicking around or like not behaving, but probably not behaving. I came back and then it was morning time and they had news and everything, and it was just a lot of chaos. We walk into this huge auditorium. There are like 15 to 20 booths, and then there's like hundreds of people just lining up at the booths, and they give you like 10 seconds to woo them, blow them away. Not blow them. Oh my God. My boss has been watching these. I'm sorry that I cannot be appropriate on film. Like that's all you got. So I don't remember any of this. Like I just don't remember. Okay. So I get up to this table and I was like, I keep on falling in. Okay. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay, this hair. Good grief. All right. There we go. All right, so I sang that. I got through to the next round, and then I'm like, oh, do I go see like the judges? Are they here? What's going on? And there's all these people that, some people that have auditioned like a billion times that knew so many things about this. Like, oh no, like judges aren't yet. They're not for like months. And I was like, oh, God, it's pretty extensive. Then the next part, you go in this very dark room where you can like barely see, and Nigel Lythgoe is in there. He's one of the creators of the show, and he has like this great accent. He's like, actually he doesn't talk like that at all. He's like, what are you gonna sing for me? And tell me why you're like the next American Idol. I'm like, I don't think I am. It's like exactly what I said, and they're like, okay, we're gonna retake this. We're gonna do it again and again and again, because you're right now, like we're prepping you for what you're gonna do, and you're not gonna be like, I'm not the next American Idol. I did want to remain true to the fact that I was not there to win that show. I was there to learn and to support other people. That was like a really interesting piece, is how like much rivalry there was. You'd go into like a bathroom stall and you'd hear these people like, I'm going down, and you're just like, oh my God, you're so good. And then they'd hear you sing and they'd be like, oh my God, you're so good. And it's like you want to support each other, but you don't. I didn't understand that piece, and I thought we were all there to like help each other and love each other, and it just was like, whoa, some people are not there for that, and some people look at you as like the enemy if you can sing. I just wanted to love people and help them through this like scary experience, and it's heartbreaking. So they came out to Detroit, we filmed, we did some stuff. I know there was one particular cameraman in my car with me at one point listening to Gas Pedal, which is Kylie and I were in the car, and I think he feared for his life. He's like hunched up trying to get like a shot of me driving, and it's like, hold up, grab the whip, gas pedal, gas pedal. I didn't air that, obviously. I got to go and see the judges, and that was also in Detroit at the Book Cadillac. I was the very first audition of the day, which was great, but also like, because I didn't have to like wait all day and be like, oh my god. Well, they're like, you're the first one, and I was like, wait, what do you mean I'm the first one?
I think that coming from this city, you are born naturally with a certain amount of grit.
Carrie, where are you from?
I'm from here in Detroit.
A lot of people are like, you're like not from Detroit. Okay, you're like actually from like the suburbs. That's where I was from according to this TV show.
The most important for me is to be myself. We'll see. We'll see what they throw at me in there.
Hello, darling.
We should get started.
How'd you?
I look
Should I take my gum out of my mouth?
horrified. And I literally look like I'm smuggling drugs. Yeah. Okay, I literally like caught a chunk out of this because it's so embarrassing. Wendy Williams even like,
It seems though that her beauty distracted some people last night. Take a look.
You're so pretty, aren't you? Thank you.
you know, Wendy, like it's not every day that you're in front of J-Lo, okay?
You're so pretty. Thank you. Thank you.
And for some reason, when she's like right there in like human form, she was like glowing, like you can like see God in her. Like I used to be like, he's like in a car and he's like pulling up and he's like, you're like, okay, they're totally gonna bang. This is hot. He's hot. She's hot. And she comes up and she's like, oh yeah. Oh, what's my motherfucking name? It is okay to love whoever you love as an artist for whatever reason, and especially, you know, if half these people didn't make it mainstream and they were just your neighbor down the street and she was singing songs like J-Lo, you'd be giving this girl so much credit for following her dreams.
I'm a waitress
Where do you waitress?
at a Coney Island.
There was so much more said, but only like this much got aired. So that's all you see. Then I start singing and stuff. Okay, I'm a waitress too, from Detroit. Really kind of like sap it up.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, I'm shaping up, I'm checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up, I feel it in my bones enough to make my system blow. Whoa.
Yeah, he's like,
Cool.
okay, enough.
Do you have a song without the guitar?
Yeah, because you suck
Yeah,
at guitar.
Your voice without it.
It's called I'd Rather Go Blind by Etta James.
Something like not right. And I'd had like a lot of coffee and probably cigarettes that morning. So gross, but like my tongue was like, had like coffee and
Something told me it was over when I saw you and her walking by. And baby, I'd rather go blind than to see you walk away from me, child.
All right. Gosh, I like your voice,
What
Patty.
a way to start the day!
Yeah, that was good. That was a good song choice. I liked it. Yeah.
I love your style, the way you emote when you're singing. It's not typical.
You know how like, have you ever performed on television before? A lot of performers, when that red light goes on, they see it and they look into the camera. You seem like the kind of performer who, like, you're gonna turn away, you don't care.
right.
Like, you're in your head.
No.
I really dig that.
I do too.
Love it.
Harry, what do you think?
Absolutely yes.
Absolutely yes.
Absolutely yes.
Yes.
Cool. Bit of artistry. What a concept.
Yeah. She also had a little street. She had a little grit to the vibe of it.
Yeah.
I dug that. American Idol is a very simple tale.
Yes, I'm going to Hollywood, but it was not that easy, and I'll tell you why, friends. This is where it gets weird. You go meet with a background investigator and they find out things about you that they did not know before they said yes to you. So now you cannot go to California unless a judge signs off on the fact that you are formally released from felony probation. And I'm like, this is not, no, nope. Nope. They'll catch me dead, like walking into a courtroom being like, hey, can you guys release me off of felony probation, like so I can be on American Idol? No. But of course, my attorney sets up something and he's an amazing man. I love you, Jack. People believed in me and probably still do believe in me more than I believe in myself. You know, this piece of hair just wants to be a part of today. And this is why my experience with American Idol is more unique than what a lot of people know, is that I stood in a courtroom that just so happened to be full, you know. There was like pending cases of people in custody who were like off to the side and they were all chained together, and the judge is like, I have seen you in this courtroom as a habitual offender, and I don't know why I would let you off probation unless you are willing to like sing. And I'm like, and there's like Debs and like the typewriter lady, and she's like, well, I've never run into this before. So no, I'm like stunned, and Jack's like, sing. I was like, oh my god, dude, this is happening. Like this is really happening. I'm about to sing in front of a full courtroom and a judge. I just did it. I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and I just, she's like, welcome to Hollywood, Miss Roche. And then they published it in the Detroit Free Press, and I was pissed because it was like, convicted felon makes it to Hollywood, but not until she stands in front of a judge. And that actually got taken down. I went to Hollywood. Here's some Hollywood stuff.
Carrie, give me your best version of Hollywood swag. Wow, whoa. I feel like I experienced Hollywood right there.
Oh, just thinking of my face, will I ever know how it feels to hold you close and hear you say.
All right, so they like have you do this thing where you get into groups. This is an absolute disaster. They had us doing originally this song. We kept doing this song over and over, and we were like doing dance moves, and it was like,
person 1 sings the lead, person 2, 3, 4 sings harmonies. It's gonna be a loop. We'll work all that out with you guys tonight.
I was on like very little sleep trying to learn the song, and I was like, at a certain point you kind of start to like just start to lose it. I feel like on no sleep, things just start like spinning. The words are not making any sense, and it's just like, oh my god, you know. We're like doing the dance moves, and there was like chairs involved. Cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my address. In this torn up town, there's no postcode envy, And everybody's like, Gold Bond powder for your stinky daughter, dog food, Prozac, veggies kinda bother, ball gowns, ball gags. I'm tired and I'm on the rag. I'm not really sure what happened beyond that actually at all. This is like, it's not aired, and thank God, like the producers were not evil, but I like smacked somebody in the face with a microphone. You can kind of see it happen. I mean, if you're looking for it, you can kind of see it, but they cut it out as best they could without like cutting the song up. So that's I love her voice. I'm laughing through the whole thing, just like what's that? What? By this point, I was so fried, you guys. It was at the Orpheum Theater in LA. I was not rested at all, and my hair was not clean, which is not that abnormal for me, but it was particularly not clean, and my mom was mortified.
Detroit auditioner Carrie Lynn Roche was determined to head in with the right attitude.
So I'm fried. They're like, tell us how you feel. I'm like, I think I deserve a spot. I was like really fried out, and I think I deserve a spot for sure. I think I'll get a spot.
And yesterday, Carrie gave a soulful performance to try to do just that.
Something deep, deep in my soul said, cry, girl. When I saw you and her walking by, I would rather be blind, boy, than to see you walk away from me, child.
There was like so many things on the internet like about this performance, like she's dancing like a chicken. I was like, you guys are so mean. I'm just trying to get through life and have fun, and people are just like, oh my God, look at her dancing like an idiot. I'm not dancing, it's just like my knees, you know what I mean? It's just something happens to me when I'm on stage, and a lot of people probably know this about me, like when you've seen me perform my own music much more, but I kind of like have these like tics. Sometimes like a knee will come up and I'll be like, not an abnormal thing to experience when you're coming to see me play, folks. And at this point, there's 30 of us left.
We're listening to so many great singers.
Keith.
I mean, you've heard them. You've
It's
been
okay,
there this week.
Keith.
But we do only have 15 girls to choose.
It was so close, just so you know. It was so close.
But today, baby, it's a no.
Close.
Oh, I look so pissed. I was not that mad. I was just kind of like, okay,
It's
It's a stylized voice.
let's get this done.
And to see you walk away
gosh, we're letting good ones go.
from me, child. Thank you.
Fun fact, I saw Jennifer Lopez moments after that because the elevator did not go down. It opened back up, which you do not see on camera. That was awkward because they're like, hey, we just like rejected you. Why are you still here? Like thought I was coming back for like, you know, like to be like, guys, like maybe I can sing one more song for you. No, the elevator would not go down, and it was like a big joke afterwards. So anyways, she made a comment to me and she's like, dude, you got soul, you don't need TV. And you have to think about this is a TV show, like there's one winner. They have something in mind. On the final note of this, I met so many amazing people on this show, and contestants, people that work for Fox, people that work for Fremantle, producers that taught me so much about the business of it and also the pace of it. And after my episode had aired and then the next couple episodes had aired, I had gotten like so much response from all over the country from people. Sometimes it was a little like it was overwhelming, and so it did put things into perspective for me as far as like what do I want to do with my career with music. And it didn't, I wasn't like, oh wow, like no, I don't want this. I have a hard time just like with my phone in general and getting back to people, but when I was getting these like flooded messages in, I felt really overwhelmed by it. And people for some reason like got like the address to my parents' house and sent things there, pictures of themselves, and that was kind of like, you just would never think that like I was probably on TV a total of like 8 minutes. Like how do like actually famous people deal with life? They probably don't. They have somebody that deals with that for them, but I just can't imagine. Like I've had a few people come up to me in the last few years and be like, oh my God, I saw you on TV. And like, I'm like, what? Like that's crazy. Like that's so cool. But I couldn't imagine like not being able to go anywhere or do anything, and I don't envy that. Depends on how you take it and what you do with it. And I think that, you know, I've had struggles since I was on the show, but it has taught me so much about, you know, I don't think I've been ready for anything more than what I've done at this point. Did a lot of shows when I got back home, played some bigger venues, Detroit Opera House, the Fillmore, St. Andrews Hall, opened for Boys to Men at Motor City Soundboard. My mom's like, where are the boys? I mean, the men, where are the men and the boys? And I'm like, I don't know, like my dressing room was right next to theirs. I didn't know what they looked like. I am making this vlog today to talk about this experience in the light that it deserves to be talked about in, and it is a positive light. This show taught me about the difference between television and artistry. I'm not shaming the show, I'm not shaming anything else, but there's a big difference between I'm an artist and it's really sad because you see some people get eliminated off of the show and they're like, I'm done. And it's like, no, like don't, oh my God, don't give up. Like I was more upset for other people that like took this so like deep and hard, and I just, bring Steve. Marv goes, bring Steve if you want. Who the hell is Steve? That's what I said. Who the hell is Steve? Marvin? All right, so yeah, some people were getting sent home and they were devastated, and I think it says a lot that out of like 100,000 people, it's down to 30 of us, and I felt really, really proud of that. When I came down the escalator and I saw my parents, like, to tell them like I didn't make it, I wasn't like, you guys, oh my God. I was just like, dude, like I did my best, you know, like, and I think I did a bitchin' performance for that last one. So no, I don't look back at this and go like, they should have picked me. That was an invaluable experience that I really appreciated. And I thank everybody that helped me to get to that point, everyone that supported me, and everyone that continues to support me regardless of whether or not I'm doing television. Of course, a lot of people have said like, go on The Voice, do this, do that. It's not like out of the question, but I am having fun sitting in my garage making vlogs. Also, make sure you also subscribe, okay? That would mean a lot. It really would. Cheers, motherfuckers.
Would you rather be attacked by
100 duck-sized horses
or one horse-sized duck?
I don't understand the question.
Duck-sized horses. I would definitely rather be attacked by 100 small horses. I think they'd be very cute.
Because I'm scared of birds.
One giant duck, I think I'd be more afraid of. I have no chance.
What about that giant duck?
It'd be the big duck.